The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of ParaX, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
Oh, hell no!
Whatever.
The following program contains opinions expressed by the Dead Zone. If you find this broadcast offensive, lighten up, candy ass.
What?
Oh my gosh.
It's a radio show.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Power up request received. Initiating systems. Powering up transmitters. Welcome to the Dead Zone.
Wait a minute. Get this.
Great show tonight. We have K.D. Stafford, the mad paranormal scientist, or the paranormal mad, whatever, as seen on the Travel Channel's Ghost of Morgan City. Very cool show. Loved it. Also, rejoining us, Austin Maynard, from the founder of Underground Paranormal Network. Now, the reason is the guys have an upcoming investigation this weekend, as a matter of fact, in one of the locations we talked about last week. How cool is that going to be? Did I just say investigation? So sorry. Investigation. Sounds the same. You know, it's been a while since we played a track from our buddy John. Not a new band by any means. Not an upcoming band by any means, but a good friend of the show. This one's John 5. Crank It. So crank it. Yes, that's the name of the song. Not just me telling you to crank it. Radio edit, of course.
Crack it, 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 crack it.
Crank it.
Are you in a band or know of a band that is currently unsigned and looking for airplay for free? We want to hear from you. One of the main goals of the show is to help promote up-and-coming bands and artists as well as our paranormal community. Getting your name out there can be tough, especially these days. Shoot us an email, deadzonebooking@gmail.com. If your music fits our genre, hard rock, 80s, 90s metal, and new metal, we want to help.
This is Sandy Johnson, and you're listening to The Dead Zone.
Hey, this is Michelle. Join me Sundays at 8 o'clock Eastern for paranormal news and events.
Paranormal news.
Hey guys, it's Michelle with Paranormal News and Events.
I was checking out phantomsandmonsters.com and found this story here. Can a rake humanoid attach its energy to someone? A Canadian woman only witnessed a pale humanoid when in the presence of her Swedish ex-boyfriend. Since then, the same entity has again manifested around the ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend. I recently came across the following account. In 2012, my then boyfriend lived in Sweden. I lived in Canada. He came to visit me, and during one of the evenings, I woke up to something strange perched at the foot of the bed. It was a pale, thin, humanoid figure. It was completely hairless, and the legs seemed to be bowed in some way. It seemed to walk on all fours despite looking human. I couldn't see much of its face since it was looking away from me. It looked a lot like the creature from the fictional story, The Rake. When I gasped, it hopped off the bed and into the darkness. My partner heard me and woke to ask me what was wrong. I didn't tell him as to not alarm him while trying to rest. In 2014, he was visiting me once more, and we were once again in bed sleeping. I woke up to hear my boyfriend screaming like I've never heard before. I immediately turned on the light and shook him to try to snap him out of it, but he just screamed, and then he cried. About 30 or so minutes, he finally was calm enough to explain what had happened. Apparently, he woke up to a pale humanoid figure with a gaping mouth and black sunken eyes basically on top of him. As he screamed, the figure slowly backed itself into the closet hole, staring at him, crawling on all fours. I felt sick. I had never told him about what I saw a few years prior. There's no way he could have known and described what I saw perfectly like that. Now it's shown up again. My ex messaged me today, we're still friends, and he told me his now girlfriend has seen the pale man. They were asleep, and apparently she woke up to see this thing stalking around the room, and it noticed her frozen in fear, so it crawled up next to her. My ex woke up and tried to console her. She described what she saw. It apparently was a perfect, exact match to the thing we both saw. I only ever told him what I saw after his experience, and she has never heard of either of our experiences. Is this just a mass coincidence of hallucinating while waking up? Is it a demon or some sort of haunting? I'm really freaked out. Signed, S.H. So anybody out there ever had any experiences with a creature like this, what they call the rake? My son and a friend of his thought that they saw it out in the woods where we live one day a few years back. And it freaked them both out for quite a while. It's still something that he talks about. I've never personally experienced anything like that. But if you have, send me your story at michelle.deadzone@gmail.com.
Your source for everything paranormal, Para-X.
Now, the next story that I found was on Coast to Coast AM. Thai paranormal show canceled following controversial ghost hunt. And again, I'm going to say this, I say this all the time. There are words, cities, names in a lot of these stories that I just cannot pronounce very well. So I apologize in advance for any mispronunciations. A popular paranormal television program in Thailand has been canceled following a controversial ghost hunt in which one of the investigators dishonored a national heroine. The strange incident reportedly occurred when the team from Chong Song Phi, which translates to the real ghosts, were visiting a temple that serves as a shrine and final resting place for Lady Mo, a weird figure who, legend has it, saved the city's residents from a forced evacuation by invading forces in the 19th century. During the televised hunt, a purported psychic medium claimed to be in communication with Lady Mo's husband, and asserted that the spirit told her that his adopted daughter named Bunlua had actually been his mistress. Oddly enough, the episode originally aired back in February, and the alleged revelation from the other side apparently did not cause much of a stir. However, for reasons unexplained, word of the ghost hunt began spreading on social media in Thailand over the last few weeks. The simmering discontent over the episode reaching a full boil this week when several officials in Thailand decried the actions of Chong Song Fee's ghost hunters. The show is disrespecting Lady Mo and destroying her and Lady Bunlua's virtue, declared the head of a group dedicated to preserving the heroine's memory. Meanwhile, the individual who oversees the temple dedicated to the heroine demanded that the ghost hunters apologize for their actions. The outrage was also echoed by a local government official who also lambasted the program. They should research the historical facts before going on air like this. Wichian Shantarantai said, "They cannot claim something by contacting ghosts. It's not science." He went on to suggest that the city in which the temple is located may even pursue some kind of legal action against the ghost hunters, as well as the television network behind Chong Song Fee. It would seem that the strong messages of condemnation were received loud and clear as the broadcaster promptly announced that they have decided to cancel the program. So hear that, ghost hunters? Be careful who is actually coming through and giving you messages, and be careful who you tell those messages to. I guess that's what I'm getting out of this. We can't speak our mind at all. Anyway, thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. I hope everyone is doing well, staying safe, and keeping their head up through everything. Thanks again. Have a great week. Bye.
This is Keith Age, and you're listening to The Dead Zone.
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Good evening. I am Sammy Terry, and you're listening to Scott Blake's Metal Minute here on the Dead Zone.
Hey, it's Scott. I'm back, and on the phone, I have a guest. It's VJ Burris, and if you don't know VJ, one thing I didn't know for a long time is the only way I knew you was just you were in the Masks.
Right.
I didn't know you played guitar for a while, and then
a lot of people didn't.
And then all of a sudden, there's this band. So tell us about the band.
How that works. Yeah, so it kind of happened over quarantine really earlier this year, kind of around March. I didn't have work or school or anything, so I was just playing a lot of guitar. And then one day, this guy named Damian Baker messaged me on Facebook. He's like, "Hey, man, I know you play guitar. Do you have any videos of you playing?" And so, I sent him the videos, and he liked it. And so he's like, "Hey, I'm going to send you a couple of recordings of my band's songs. I want you to write guitar solos to see, if you can do it." I was like, "Okay." So he sent me the songs. I wrote the solos and stuff, and he really liked them. And then next thing you know, I'm in the band. I didn't even really get asked if I wanted to be in the band. He just kind of went with it, and then next thing I know, we're having practice the next week. So it all happened very fast.
Yeah. So you were just. I had a very similar situation happened where a friend of mine that I knew, it was like a guitarist, that he was an acquaintance of other people. He was like, "Hey, I got these songs that I wrote, and I'm looking to throw some people together just to learn them real quick and go in the studio and record them for me." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do it." Next thing I know, we're all like, "Dude, that sounded so good, we can't not be a band now," so we did.
Yeah. It's strange how that stuff works out, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the good stuff always happens when you're not trying to make it happen, because when you're trying, it's just that never works.
It's forced, the right moment will come, and then,
yeah.
There it is.
Well, honestly, I think it was a good moment for you, because I've heard the song and I thought, wow, that's really good. I liked it a lot.
Thank you, man. We've been working hard, really, really hard. It's actually the last song that we've written. We've decided, we've changed our mind several times on what we wanted the single to be, and we wrote this one, and we were like, you know what, it's short, quick, hits hard, and we just decided that this was going to be the one. So we went and recorded it, got it mixed and everything a few weeks later, and we released it on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
It's written by our singer and rhythm guitar player, Damian Baker. He writes most of our songs. I did some of the guitar work and the guitar solo. But other than that, it's pretty much him. But I think it's kind of a personal thing to him. The topic of the song is, so I'm not going to disclose it, but it's a really meaningful song to him, and I think that's another reason why he wanted to release it rather than any of the others. But I'm very, very glad that we did. I think it's a great song, and people seem to like it so far.
Cool. I heard it and I was like, holy crap, man! I didn't even know he played guitar, and now I hear it, and it's actually really freaking good. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, okay, I gotta send him a message and get him on the Dead Zone, because we're always looking for new stuff, and stuff that sounds good. I mean, sometimes you get some stuff in that's, you're like, where did they record this at? A closet,
Yeah.
with a handheld tape recorder. But the sound was really good on that.
Yeah, that's partly because of the guy we chose to mix it for us. He's a dude who does this stuff in his house, has a little home studio, and we sent him the tapes, and man, he did a fantastic job. We're super happy with it, and super happy with him, and so we're having him do the rest of the album, actually, because he did such a good job.
It's amazing what home studios can do now.
Oh my gosh.
They do everything now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could record an entire album inside your bedroom.
Absolutely.
It's unheard of.
And I'm sure there's certain areas of the music industry that kills, but it also enables all these musicians that couldn't get in the studio to be able to record and share their work when they couldn't do it before.
Yeah. I mean, studio time, it gets expensive. So, in the long run, buying all of that gear and stuff and staying inside your home, it really does help. And especially in times like right now, where you don't want to go to other people's houses or studios or whatever.
Right. So, okay, and the name of the single is?
Comatose.
Right.
Called Comatose. And it's going to be on our album, which will be entitled The Devil You Know.
All right, so we're going to have Lee put that on right now, and we're going to give it a listen, and then we'll come back and chat some more after that.
Sounds good.
right, that was She with Comatose, their first single, and I love it. So tell us, again, if you're just joining us, we're talking with VJ Burris, guitarist for She, who I've known for a while, and like I was saying earlier, didn't even know he played guitar for a while. And then all of a sudden there's this band, and I thought, okay, we got to have him on because I like him a lot. So tell us a little bit about the band. Who's all in the band?
Right, so like you said, my name is VJ Burris. I'm the lead guitar player. There's Damian Baker. He is the songwriter of the band. He sings and plays rhythm guitar. Then we have our bass player, Danny Norton, and our drummer, Tyra Two-Step.
So, okay, I don't remember if you told me how long you guys have been together, but you told us, it was like, hey, we're just going to do this little project, and then it turned into a band, and now you're recording. And so how long has that been since you guys first kind of got together?
I'd say March was the point where we decided, we're like, hey, we kind of have something here,
Yeah.
We met up, and we all got along really, really well. It just clicked immediately. And I was actually the last member of the band to join, so I was kind of the deciding factor of if it was going to work out or not. And once I joined and everything worked out, we realized we kind of had something there, so we decided to get into the studio, try to schedule some shows, and here we are now with our first single.
All right, so the first single is Comatose. So what are the future plans? What's next with like recording or?
So we're getting back to the studio sometime this month, and hopefully we'll have a second single released sometime in February, and then the EP. So it's a 6-song EP. It'll be released sometime. I think it's April 1st is the date that we have right now for the whole EP. I think it's going to be kind of a 2-part thing. We'll have this one, and then sometime this year or next year we'll have the second part of the EP released.
Cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too, man.
I bet you are. Okay, for those who are listening who really like the song, where can they go and hear it again?
All major platforms, so Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, iTunes, even Napster, YouTube, anywhere where there's streaming music, you can find us.
Because you're a rock star.
That's right. And we're not suing Napster.
Okay, so, all right, and I assume there's, I know you have social media. You want to share your social media and anything for the band?
Yeah, absolutely. So the band, our Instagram is She Band Official. Same with Facebook, because if you type in She to Facebook, you're going to get a lot of different results. So we made it She Band Official, and we should pop up there. And we have a YouTube channel as well. That's where you can also find the single. We have a video uploaded on there. My Instagram is, actually I have two. I have my personal Instagram, which is VJ1111. I also have a kind of Halloween and horror themed Instagram called Doom Room Studios. And then, that's pretty much it as far as social medias.
And since you brought it up, let's talk a little bit about masks.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd say that.
Why not? So, you like masks?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we met, really.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we met.
Well, met on social media first, and then met at was it Mask Fest?
Yes,
okay.
Mask Fest. I can't remember what year. Maybe 2017 or 18, I think.
Was it the year John 5 was there?
No, I think it was the year before that.
Yeah.
And then the year John 5 was there, I just totally lost my shit.
Yeah, okay. So, it was 2 years ago.
Man, was it really? That's crazy.
Yeah, because time flies.
Dude, that's insane. Considering, whole 2020 just went down the drain, so, it's like that whole time is just, out of my memory, so it feels like everything before that was just yesterday. That's
kind of how you, when I've noticed here lately when I'm thinking back on something, that happened, a while back, it's like nothing happened in 2020. So everything that I did, like I'm talking about, good stuff, like out doing stuff, everything that I talk about is like over a year ago.
Yeah, and it feels like it was just like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
It's surreal. It is.
And I guess as we speak right now, by the way, this is pre-recorded because I can't be in the studio because of COVID. Thanks, COVID. But
right.
But as we speak right now, I guess all hell's breaking loose at the White House. So.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess I'll have to get when we get off here. We'll have to go see if we need to go raid the stores for toilet paper again.
Right. I know where to go, man. Toilet paper.
All right. Well, man, we will continue to play your song because I'm sure other people are going to like it too. And
heck yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Everybody that listened, if you liked it, go check out, like you said, all the platforms. You can go play it anywhere. Tell do like, hey, Google.
Yeah. You might get some mixed results with that, but go ahead, give it a try.
You go ahead, be my guest. Make them play your song.
Hey, all right, hang on here. Hey, Google, play She Comatose.
Well, I'll tell you what. If anybody listening, if your Google played She Comatose, then let us know. Let us know if it worked.
And take a video of you dancing to it and send it to me. I'll put it on social media.
There you go. When they make their first music video for this
you'll be included.
Yeah. Okay, well, man, it's been great talking to you. I'd like to talk to you. We need to talk more, but just, off the air.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. It's been nice.
All right, well, I wish you luck, all the luck with the band, because I like it a lot, and I want to hear more. So
I appreciate it, man. It means a lot.
All right, well, you take care, and we'll talk to you later.
You do the same, man. Be safe.
If all radio stations in town were palm trees, we'd be the one with the biggest coconuts.
Now, here are the one, the only Dead Zone.
Was that not a cool song? I told you, man, Scott Blake is in touch with the metal groups. But guess what? KD Stafford is with us right now. And Austin Maynard. Check it out, man. We talked with Austin last week, and it kind of sparked an idea of mine of they're doing an investigation this weekend at one of Austin's properties. So what's that all about, guys?
Well, hopefully everything's going to work out right on my end, and I'll be able to actually continue to go through. We've had some hiccups.
Yeah.
But the plan is, you tell them all. Well,
yeah.
Tag team it. All right.
Yeah.
Tag team.
Yeah. Do it, man.
We are going to. We're going to be actually. We were originally planning to go down to the Broadwell Funeral Home near Felicity, Ohio.
Okay. I thought it was the jail.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are actually. Yeah, we've actually changed it up, and we're going up to the Detroit 6th Precinct.
Okay.
Would you like to know why, Lee?
Yes.
Okay, because we have to drive. Ohio is quite a bit of a drive for us.
Yeah, it's quite a. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 10 hours. That's no stops or anything there. Yeah. And then this fool wanted me to turn around and get up and drive 4 hours longer down the street the next day, and then ride 4 hours back, and then drive 10 hours back to Kansas City the next morning.
Oh man.
I was like, Austin, I love you. We're gonna have to try a different something else here.
Yeah, that's kind of that's a stretch. Yeah,
No, it was quite a lot of driving. I think it was something like 28 hours in 3 days.
Yeah, well, see what I had the idea not too long ago, and I think Austin is on board. But since we do so many things together, we're going to try and start. Since he's in Ohio and I'm in Kansas City, like halfway is about 4 to 6 hours, somewhere around in there.
Right.
So we're going to try to start finding some locations that are about midways.
Right. I mean, that's
and do events at.
That's a lot of driving. I agree, man. I mean,
and Ashmore States is number one on my hit list. So
Ashmore Estates. Ashmore, yes.
I'm thinking of the Pollock Hospital.
Oh, we could do.
Hospital.
Yeah, we could do that too. Yeah, but the only reason I say Ashmore would be a good like definite one is because it's 6 hours from you, 6 hours from me. It's just directly in the middle. And,
Ashmore's always a great one.
Yeah,
Robin Terry, he's a great dude.
Yes.
And I just like hanging out with him too. So.
And plus, he's got the rooms you can stay in if you want to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, me and Katie stayed in his little sports memorabilia room last night.
Right. That is a great place, and it's in the middle of nothing. You know what I mean?
That's it. Okay, my bad. That's his place. That's where they live at the Haunted R. That's where Robin Terry lives. And that's another place we were talking about meeting up at. It's not exactly halfway, but it's, I'd rather drive. It's 4 hours for him, 6 hours for me.
Right.
So.
You did say Ashmore, right? You're talking about Ashmore Estates.
Yeah, that's the place I was talking about initially, but then you were talking about rooms to stay at.
Oh no! At Ashmore, he has rooms there, man.
He's got the cabins, right? That's what we stay in just about every time we go there.
Right.
Last time we went there was Memorial Day, I think, and we spent the weekend there. And we were going to sleep in the room he's got all made up on the second floor.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, second floor, right? Yeah, second floor. And but it was like hot as hell up in there. And I was like,
Yeah.
So
well,
any of those places are good places. So that's kind of what we're looking at doing in the future. But Austin's got tons of places in Ohio.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last week. Amazing.
Yeah, I'm in Michigan. Don't forget about Michigan.
Yeah,
we're going to tomorrow, man.
Oh yeah, Michigan. Yeah.
And that's what we're going to talk about. What do you guys have planned for this weekend? What's going on? I mean, are you going to use?
There, but there's a series of events that led to what we're doing.
Yeah.
that was part of it. So after we decided that is a lot of driving, then we decided to do the precinct. I'll let you go from there, Austin, because that's your place.
All right. Well, one more before Austin tells us that. Briefly, what's been going on with you and your helmets and that kind of thing, man? I wanted one of those so bad, I just can't afford one.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of expensive, and that's just because of the amount of work that I put into them now.
Right.
Because before it was the toy helmet.
Yeah.
And
Megatron or whatever.
There's a Optimus Prime, whatever. But there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think. Aside from it's not like it wasn't what it for me. That was a prototype, right? So I made probably 6 or 7 of those, maybe. Yeah. And for people, and I don't sell them. It's not like I sell them. So the way that works is it's a group experiment. I don't look at it like I'm trying to sell this thing to make profit off of it.
I get that. I understand that. But man, they really look, and they are. I've seen them. When we have met each other at meet and greets or whatever conventions, they look really cool, and I really want to try one of those one day. I know Scott was going to try to do something with you as far as making your helmets, Scott Blake.
Yeah, I still got to get with Scott too. Right now, I'm perfecting the 3D because the way I'm building my mold for the original one is I'm designing it on AutoCAD software, and I'm 3D printing it here at home.
Yes.
And then,
you got one of those. Good for you. Yeah.
I've got 10.
Oh, so. Sweet. All right, yeah.
So half of them broke down, but at least when the other half are broke down, I have half of them working. That's the way it usually goes. Right. Because they're a pain in the ass. But so the helmet thing is like you pay for your part as far as like you're contributing to the experiment. So all the money that comes from the helmets that people pay to be a part of the experiment, that money goes right back into the research and. Right. Eventually I would like to have my own mold made. Yes. And maybe that's something Scott can actually help me with.
Absolutely, man. He's looking for work. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, and I would like to get a rotocaster set up and stuff, and maybe I can do some work for him. You know, maybe I can help him out with some three-dimensional designing stuff too.
Oh yeah.
I need to call him back. I ain't talked to him in a while. So.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. He's like he's like everyone else. I mean, it's been hard on everyone trying to do anything.
COVID thing has just screwed everybody up, man.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Go ahead. And get back.
But anyway, back to that. I can put you on a payment plan, Lee.
Yeah. Okay. Right. We'll talk about that off the air.
We'll talk about that offline. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now back to what we were talking about. What are your plans, man? I mean, how do you guys work together? I did not know that you guys knew each other until Austin said, "You're one of his buddies." I said, "Are you kidding me?" So that's
me and Katie are like fucking best friends, man. It's like we talk daily.
Yeah, get pissed off at each other. Fight, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, well, friends do. Yeah.
That's what friends do.
Yeah. You have to fight. If you don't fight, you're not really friends, right?
If you can't have a fight with somebody and
get over yourself,
between y'all, then you're not really friends.
Right. Get over yourself and respect the other person. I get it. Cool.
Right.
So.
Or just drop it. You know, just drop it. It's not worth it. It's just,
right.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway,
right.
Carrying right along here.
What were we? I'll say, me and KD, when we get together, for the last, 3 times that we've actually gotten together, we have been very unproductive. Surprisingly.
Well, that's because we don't get to hang out. Right. I mean, like, don't every time when we get to see each other, it's only for a day or two, and then it's like we have so much that we want to talk about, and we want to sit down and play with our equipment, hook up different ITC stuff, and just.
There's so many possibilities, man, and it's like we have so many things we want to do. It just scatters all over the place, so we never actually focus on.
Well, you're so far away. Yeah, you're so far away, right? I mean, it is hard to do anything. I mean, we've got people.
Yeah.
Our team are maybe 2 counties away, and we can't do anything. One reason is because of the virus, and whatever.
Shit.
Well, crap,
here's the thing. Some states, you can't. I don't know what kind of rules y'all have in y'all states, but
it's Indiana, so it's whatever.
Indiana, pretty stout there.
Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah.
I'm in Missouri, so as you know, and I mean, as far it has a huge impact on the businesses.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of it's just ridiculous, but obviously there. I think okay. Take here's an example.
Should we topic or what?
Yeah. Well, we do that. This show.
Why the hell does Walmart go from being a 24-hour store to closing at 10 because of their epidemic?
I have no idea.
They say it's because they don't want, people. They want to try to keep people indoors for most times, right? So they limit our time by opening and closing stores at certain times.
Right.
But that seems to me counterproductive, because if you have a 24-hour period where a population in that area can go shopping, then they're going to shop, obviously knowing that there's a pandemic. They're going to try to shop when nobody else is shopping, so they're going to be trying to go different times.
And they're going to hurry up. They're going to have a bigger rush. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you try to squeeze the whole population in a small time frame, then that's stupid. But anyway, that was my point on that. We can move along now.
Okay.
Anyway, precinct.
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully we can actually stay focused on what we want to do when we actually get to the precinct.
Yeah.
I know Katie's bringing a bunch of new toys, man. He's bringing, I know Katie's been working on those laser audio transmitters that we're going to set up with a series of mirrors and prisms, man. I'm excited about that.
You have to send us some photos and videos. Please.
Oh, we'll go live, bro.
I'm sure they'll be going live.
Oh, man. Let me know. Oh, my God. It'd be so cool.
And also, what's some of the other stuff, Katie? I think you got an FM transmitter right?
Sweet.
Yeah, I got an FM transmitter, but yeah, it's a sweeping FM transmitter.
Yeah.
Right.
Which, so the concept is basically, I was just trying to think one day trying to figure out how ghosts communicate over the radio and why we only catch snippets of what they're saying.
Right.
And
SB7 stuff, yeah, whatever. 7-Eleven.
Or whatever. Well,
yeah.
Yeah. Or nanocom. You could just say nanocom.
Yeah.
And but anyway, so like I think I have a theory that they are able to that it's got something to do with the frequencies of the radio waves themselves. At least with some things, when some things try to communicate, right? So their voice actually, I think that their voice actually. However, I can't explain. I'm not going to even try to explain the mechanics. It's pure speculation. Yeah. But it makes sense to me that their voice, if they can interact with like REM pods and K2s, that means that they can affect the electromagnetic spectrum. And if that's the case, they can affect, and not only that, but we've captured light anomalies. I don't know how many light anomalies. I'm not talking about dust orbs. I'm talking about light anomalies.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of orbs. Yeah.
Well, it's not that I'm not a fan of orbs. I'm not a fan of things that are obviously not paranormal.
Yeah.
That are easily explained. Right.
Yes.
So anyway, I think that's like. I'll take. You derailed me.
He said he would. He did say he would. So there you go.
Right. So the FM transmitter, though, like the way he's got it built is like it's going to be sweeping. It's going to be scanning through the stations continuously, like a ghost box. But but you'll be able to speak into the microphone and broadcast your voice as it's sweeping through the radios.
Okay.
So the ghost box that you have is sweeping the radio. Also, then the theory or the idea would be that your voice is being broadcast through the sweeping frequencies that the ghost would speak through,
or vice versa. Vice versa. Yeah. You could just leave it on not sweep. You could not sweep the transmitter. Just leave it on one set station, and then communicate over the microphone through that. Right, broadcast your voice over a certain station, and then somebody else could be. In range of the transmission area, and they can pick up, and they can have an actual ghost box.
Yeah.
And they can turn it on, and they can hear your voice coming through their ghost box.
So basically, what you're saying is you built a device that you can do more or less a pirate radio. With.
But pirate radios are easy, but they're very common. But it's a low
distance. It's really short range.
Yeah, it's a low power. Power
LP, LP FM.
So it'll only do it like within I'd say probably
15 miles.
No, not even that.
Oh, not even that. Okay.
It's super local. Yeah, I'm talking about in a building, in the same building. It's that.
Oh, okay. All right.
That was without a proper antenna, though.
Right. That's what we were on. We used to be on an actual radio station here in town. It was a LP FM with a 15-mile radius. I mean, there's no point. You could, people here in town could hear us.
Right.
You leave the county and it's gone.
Right.
Well, we got plenty of stuff that we're about to set up, man. It's gonna be I'm excited.
Man, I can't wait to hear about it. Yeah. Good Lord.
Yeah. And since I don't know if I'm gonna be able to bring my SUV often, we may just have to bring Katie's car. And if that's the case, then I'll bring more equipment.
Okay. How was she doing, by the way?
Yeah, well, it's confusing because so if I was taking my SUV, I was going to be bringing back the telephone switch operator station that he picked up there for me to bring back here to modify into the ultimate ghost communicator.
I got a 1950s original operating switchboard.
Sweet.
Telephone switchboard, but
that's awesome. That's how we run this. We're in this right now. Anyway.
I'm basically going to take that and I'm going to gut it, and I'm going to turn it into a. I know being a musician, you know all about modular synths, right? Right. Modular, like a Euro rack synth.
Who are you talking to? Me or him?
You.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, right. You know, where you could just have all the different panels, the different synth modules you build and plug them into the panel. That's kind of what I'm going to do with this, and I'm going to use the switch cables to run like original ghost box signals or audio signals or whatever I want. And I'm going to patch them through each filter, just like you would a modular synth.
All right, so you're covering all options, right?
Yeah, this thing's gonna be complete 100%. It will do everything that in the basic, not even basic, pretty much anything you could think of that will fit on it.
Right.
Mixing and matching, possibly anything. Like, there's so many capabilities that he could have. He could have like 6 different styles of ghost box in there with like 10 different effect pedals, and he can literally plug and play with 8 different things.
Right.
I'm thinking I want to have about 20 different filters for the
even better.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be amazing.
Like 8-channel mixers. Yeah, it's going to be dope.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And you guys you're going to go live with that, right?
Yeah. Well, it'll be here at my house. It's super heavy.
Yeah.
And
300 pounds.
Yeah, I got to get it back here.
My God,
album, so. Yeah. I could fit it in the back of my SUV, but like I said, I got to get new tires on the back. And I'm not sure about driving it all the way up to.
Yeah, that's a long drive.
With the snow and everything too. Yeah.
And by the way, I did say I heard you mention Katie. How's she doing?
Oh, Katie's fantastic. She's actually, I'm teaching her how to. I'm getting her in the game. I'm teaching her how to solder. She's building all the little static nodes now.
Oh, cool.
So
Very cool.
Yeah, they're static detectors. It's your basic static detector, but we always thought they were so boring looking. They always put them in these little black boxes.
We use them. Yes, we use them. Absolutely.
Or they just make a little cat that they stick on the top with the LED on it. That's like, I mean, it works. I got it, but it's just kind of boring and it lacks any sort of creativity. So me, I like to put my heart in.
Oh yeah.
Things, so
like I say, we use those. We've used those for years. I mean, just
you should buy some from us, man. I'll give you a discount.
Little tiny black boxes, man. That's what we use. I mean, just.
Oh yeah. We got. Go online and go on our Facebook page and check out our static detector.
Okay.
We call them
they look like little bullets, man.
We call them static nodes. Well, now they don't. Now they're like a square shape.
Yeah.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. You hadn't seen the new ones, Austin.
No, I haven't.
The ones we have are maybe like 3 inches, maybe 2.5 inches tall, small.
I know exactly. Yeah, you got the ones that are the little black boxes that you pop open.
Yeah.
You got the blue light on top.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Blue or red.
It's the same thing, except I use glow in the dark filaments for my tops.
Sweet.
Because I put a little dome over the LED, right? So the LED lights up the little translucent top, right? Because you can see through it.
Right.
Sort of. It's kind of like opaque, It's. But anyway, but see when the light goes out.
Yeah.
It doesn't just go dark, detecting negative field. The little glow in the dark top will be charged, and you'll see the glow in the dark top.
Right.
So you can still see them, and plus, like at the end of the night, it's easy to pick shit up when it's. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're right. It's okay. It's all right.
It's easy to pick things up, and when they glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm really getting into the neon colors with my equipment. I like the neon colors.
Right. We've got 4 minutes left. Tell me and tell everyone, where can we go? Oh, of course, Facebook, obviously, to watch what's going on this weekend.
You hook them up with that, Austin.
Oh, okay. We will probably be going live. Well, we'll be going live from the Underground Paranormal Network Facebook page.
Okay, and that is?
And Katie will probably also be going live through the Supernatural Inc. page.
Sweet.
And
all right.
Also, make sure y'all go check out our Supernatural Inc. Facebook page. And we're going to be taking the Supernatural Inc. tech page, putting it into the Supernatural Inc. regular Facebook page. So from now on, if anybody wants a box, holler at me through Supernatural Inc. One of us will take care of you. And
Right.
Yeah. And we do have our website is up now. So supernaturalinc.com, I believe you can go to it and actually get on there now and at least look at it. I don't know if there's a whole bunch you can do on there yet, but it is up.
Are you guys doing that yourself, or you having someone do it for you?
Yeah, we're doing it ourselves, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Supernaturalinc.com.
Yeah, Inc. with a K.
Okay. What about you, Austin? I know we talked last week, but...
Facebook.com/TheUDPN.
Yeah.
We may be going live on Spectral Ohio Paraforensics page too.
Okay.
I know that's a mouthful to say, but it's Spectral Ohio.
Yeah.
And then it's like Paraforensics.
Spectral Ohio Paraforensics. Yeah.
SOPP.
Okay. Para Ohio Spectral Forensics. SOPP. Okay.
It's SOP.
SOP.
Paraforensics? Oh, SOPF. F. Para would be paraforensics is not a word, bro.
It is a word, man.
I wish to God I could be with you guys, because you guys seem to get along so well and just go back and forth. I wish one day I could just come investigate with you guys and just watch you. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying. We don't do much investigating.
No, we always have. I don't know. We get talking, we get thinking and tinkering around with things, and then by
more fun, right there.
Like 4 hours later, it's like
even more fun. Even more fun. Yeah. That would be great.
But that's the point. Have fun. Yeah, I mean, when I go up there, we don't get to see, especially this time. Like we ain't seen each other even longer now, and I'm friends also with all his people up there. So
yeah,
we all talking, and me and Mike talk, and then Delano. Is Delano coming out?
I just asked him, and I haven't yet to hear from him yet, so I'll double check with him tonight.
I think
he will.
Yeah, Delano's cool.
I think Brandy might come out too, actually.
Miss Brandy. Psychic medium, world renowned.
Wow.
Is that what she calls herself?
I don't know. That's what I just promoted her. You got a problem with it?
No, I appreciate it, actually.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, guys, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming on and.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
Hey, man, thank you for having us on.
And we'll have you back on again if you want to.
Hey, just let us know, man. We're pretty dull people with not much of a life out there.
Really? You sound like a great bunch of guys, man. Like I said, I wish I could hang out with you sometime.
No, Austin
goes
to bed. Yeah, Austin's bedtime's like 8:30 though. So.
All right. Hey guys, everyone. Katie Stafford, the paranormal mad scientist, and Austin Maynard.
I bid you adieu.
All right. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, bud.
Bye.
This is the Dead Zone Paranormal Radio Show.
Thanks for listening.